So that's the new pickups I installed. Seth Lover, that was on the bridge. Um, I did a review a while back on this $175 Amazon purchase for brand name of Redid ES335 style guitar, and I've done some upgrades on it, and because I liked it and wanted to see if I could improve on the sound a little bit, and it did. The Seth Lover pickups are great, in my opinion. But just wanted to share some of the trials and tribulations of going through this process. So maybe if you have to do it, you don't make the same errors I did. Having never worked on this style of a guitar before, I've done pickups in the past, but still kind of a new exploration for me. But um, the old pickups, humbuckers, I just had a little bit of a muddiness to them I didn't like. At times I enjoyed the sound, but other times I was like, it's lacking something. So I replaced everything when I did this. Um, the pickups, the pots, the switch. Actually, I kept the jack because there wasn't anything wrong with it. So, um, and while I had it all apart, I put a new, I made a bone nut out of a bone blank. I cut the grooves and shaped it and the whole 9 yards and spaced them a little bit wider. And I mean, we're talking maybe the width of the E string wider, just because it was kind of crowded. And So I kind of gave it a little bit more spacing. Um, so it does play a little easier in that position, in my opinion. But the Seth Lover pickups, CTS pots, switchcraft switch, orange drop capacitors, all the um, buzzwords and upgrades, I guess. Um, I I didn't know, and I went with the long shafted pots. Probably didn't need to, but I didn't have a short shaft to see if it would work, and I knew the long would work, but at least I thought the long would work. Little did I know that in order to get the long one to work, I was going to be fighting this jack, which is not in your traditional ES35. Um, where it plugs in is actually was hitting the pot. So I should have just at that point got the shorter version, see if it would fit in there and done it. But I'd had spent a lot of time on it. This was like the last thing I had to tweak, so I raised it up to where it's not hitting the pot now. And But hindsight, try the shorter ones, see if they work, and plus getting them in the F hole. Uh, how I did it was I took a piece of paper, and if you've probably have seen this before, but you just trace out the holes where once everything's pulled out, you just take a piece of paper and trace where the switch is and the pots. Put that over a piece of quarter-inch wood, which is the thickness of the top, and drill the holes. Put the pots in. Made a wiring harness, kind of a U-shaped wiring harness, and yeah, followed a really great instructional video on the YouTube, and got a nice, very sturdy harness that used the steel braided wiring, just like the pickups. They're vintage style, so they just have the hot wire and the shielded ground with the pushback cloth wire. So that's what I used in making the wiring harness. Like I said, the orange drop capacitors, and so all the components are solid. I had to buy new knobs because the old knobs wouldn't fit on the bigger CTS shafts. It had the little dime pots in here, cheapest you can imagine. So, but the pickups, you could say that's the bridge. There's a combination of both of them. And if we just go with the neck pickup, kind of give you some idea. Really nice sustain. Very warm. I'm barely, just not giving a lot. Very light touch. So sounds good. I've got a little a reverb pedal, a little a delay pedal, a little overdrive pedal hooked into a Tonax using a twin setting into a Fender FR Tone Master Cabinet amp. So there's the Seth Lover pickups installed in a very inexpensive guitar. I'm happy and pleased with everything, with the exception of the problem I had with the jack and hitting this pot, which I'll have to switch out for a shorter one. Other than that, just totally happy with the whole setup. All right, thanks for watching.